popping like this, and it's just now coming to the light where we can actually see the shit popping. I get why this shit is being stopped, cause don't nobody know how to stop it. How the fuck you gonna stop a problem if you don't know the source of the problem to even begin to stop it? How do you do that? That's
You
my
learn about the
question.
problem. Educate yourself.
All
So
right.
you'll learn
Right.
how
Wait
to
a minute,
figure it
Grand
out.
Verbalizer. There's people
Wait
in
a minute. I
line.
was just answering this question. That was all I
Well,
was
I'm
doing.
just saying it's messing up the flow. You know how I run my panels. I just want everybody to speak. That's all. It's nothing against you. You know that. It's all love.
But you gotta
Um.
go through certain constraints to get to the problem to even learn about it. It shouldn't be like that, but it is like that.
All right. Thank you, Tactical. Charisma. Peace. Welcome to the Knowledge Box. I've never met you before. It's nice meeting you. What you got to say?
Hi, nice to meet everyone. So, I think one, I mean, I know we're all having this conversation about the Charlie Kirk, and my thing is the sympathy that Black people have for white people who have shown their disdain from us is astonishing. And this is why I say Black people, we will never be able to move forward because we want everybody to always be welcome. We want everybody to feel loved. We want everybody to feel seen and heard. We're always trying to find some justification in evilness and find a way to be peaceful. When peace does not come towards our way, even when we are. And I just find it actually sad to hear that this is even a person that we should just feel so bad for, because if that man didn't die, and if it was someone else, he would have said, well, they deserve that. So I think he
Straight up.
deserved what happened to him. If you stand for gun violence in any capacity and say that their rights should be protected and people should die, these are your words, that people we have to accept that people will die, then you should be the first. You should be the first to go, because I am not for gun violence at all in any type of way. And if I sat here and said, well, I think it's okay in order to protect our right, our Second Amendment rights, some people will have to die by gun violence so we can keep it. Well, you should be the first to go. Why would I feel sorry for someone who wanted this? This is what they asked for on a public platform. They have over 5 million followers who listen to them. So I'm not understanding why there's this outrage of like, this is so bad. And he has kids, he has children. He wasn't thinking of other people's children or family when he made those comments about guns. And the same day that he gets gunned down is the same day that another school shooting happened. But we're so focused on this one white man and not our kids. It doesn't make sense to me. So I have no remorse. I think he got what he deserved. I think what you put out there in the universe, when you ask God for it, he will return the favor, and he gave you what you wanted. And that's my thoughts.
All right. Thank you, Charisma. All right. Grand Verbalizer, you're up.
And I agree 100% with Charisma, first and foremost. This is why we say never forgive, never forget. But you've been indoctrinated to forgive. This is the problem, Black people. You think them people think like you. You think them people are empathetic like you are, and they're not. Okay, like the sister just said, if it would have happened to somebody else, that man would have said, well, they deserve that. And you up here talking that, like I said, man, you have no courage, Black men. I understand the women. I'm not worried, that's a different conversation. As far as you men, I ask, how can you agree with a white nationalist? And you wanted to argue with me instead of answer the simple question I presented. Okay, it's not complicated. It's complicated because perhaps you don't know what a nationalist is. Huh? And when you find out what a nationalist is, well, you will agree with me and Charisma and a whole bunch of other people who are at war with not only colonialism, not only the system, God damn it, but the point here is when you are at war, well there's going to be, some bloodshed. There's going to be death. God damn it. Like on our side with Sandra Bland, nigga talking about it wasn't no videos. It was videos of Rodney King. It was videos of Sandra Bland. It was videos of Kareem Gaines. It was videos of Anthony Gardner. Y'all don't remember? Like the sister said, you in love with them people. So in love with white folks, and they don't give a fuck about you. God damn it. That's your problem right there. Okay? And the second problem is you are unaware. Okay? You are misinformed. And you are misinformed because you choose to be. Because you don't want to be African. When we tell you that's how you get informed, is to embrace African scholarship, the only word you hear is Africa while you're steady reading the Webster's Dictionary and Googling shit. Google is colonized information. Okay? Google is what they say. God damn it. And they say you should forgive us. Don't they? Like I said, man, y'all in this day of information, never forgive, never forget. That's all I gotta say.
All right, thank you, Grant Verbalizer. Krabs, go ahead. You're next.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Me and my wife been talking about it, chopping it up. It's just I just want people to be clear what I'm saying. I- It I'm not in support of anything that this man says when it comes to his ideas about race. I don't like him. Like I said before, I feel like they're very skewed, and he sounds like a lot of other people. And the only thing I told you I agree with is when he says the X and Y chromosomes and going off biology, what you are. I agree with that. I don't like the way he used to try to talk to people who were uninformed and were speaking from straight emotions, and then clip it up and make it go viral and make them look completely idiotic. Even though I didn't agree with them, I felt like he wasn't picking people who can give him a good back and forth, is what I'm saying. It's like, but at the end of the day, all I'm saying is I want people, in my humble opinion, like, can we give a speech and not get shot in the face? Like, I know you
Yeah.
might not like what I'm saying, but can you please keep your bullets and your gun? Like, how is that something crazy to ask for? I know he's a jerk jackass. Um, who else? It's somebody else I can say. I'm trying to think of one of the most despicable people. George Bush went to war. I felt like when he went to war, I felt like it was wrong. I felt like he was a liar. But being shot in the face for talking, I think it got to be a different way we can do that. Like Plant Style said earlier, if we don't show a little bit, and I'm not trying to make you do it, a little bit of compassion, then Charleston White gonna get shot in the face, and all these other people. And I say this last thing: if I can forgive one of my favorite artists, and you might think this is off the rail a little bit, one of my favorite artists is DMX. DMX had a song. He said, "If you got a daughter older than 15, I'm a raper, take her right there on the couch, right there in front of you." DMX said that shit, and I still listen to his fucking music.
Hey, shut your black ass up, bro.
All I can say is,
Man, come on, dude.
if I can forgive him, if I can forgive DMX for that and understand where he was at in life for saying an ignorant ass bar like that, then I'm not trying to say I can forgive the white nationalists, but I can at least say let the motherfucker say his stupid shit without getting shot in the face. Is
Like
that
they
too
did in
much? Am I
MLK.
asking too much?
MLK got shot. Anyway, I
Wait
See,
ain't got
one.
this
nothing
is
else to say.
all
I'm
right. I'm
sick
I'm,
of it.
I'm glad you interrupted because that's a great point. You're doing exactly what I do sometimes, and people don't like it when people talk about how terrible Donald Trump is, and I want people to understand that people are terrible across the world. And I'd be like, well, damn, well, all the other people are doing it. And like, damn, look at all the other politicians. The first thing they tell me, Timothy, we're not talking about the other politicians right now. We're talking about Trump. And
Exactly.
it took me a while. I had to understand that. You feel me? So I gotta
Right.
respect that. So I'm not talking about MLK right now. I'm
Right.
talking about a person who was giving a speech and got shot in their fucking face. Who I don't know if he
Got it.
got family or whatever, man. Who know? What if he would have changed his mind? You
Anyway.
feel me? Having these
No, I don't.
conversations.
I don't feel you
Okay,
right now.
I promise you this is it, Unity. I promise you this is it. having these conversations, you never know when someone can change. Because if you're willing to have these conversations, because he could have just gave speeches. But when you're willing to engage with people, that means you feel strongly about what you say and you're willing to stand on it and possibly have your words critiqued. That's all I got to say.
All right, thank you,
Respect,
Krabs.
brother. Respect, Crabs.
The next person on the list, Tactical. Go ahead, Tactical.
Um, okay, now that I've gotten a little bit more of an insight, one, I'm not bipartisan. Two, I've been not bipartisan since I left high school. Three, no, I don't care about these white nationalist people. Four, I'm in my lane. Whatever someone else does not define me. Now, if anybody chooses to try to speak for me, they're going to get the other side of my asshole type personality.
Especially if you don't stick to the topic.
And I'm going to
Graham
do
verbalize.
as I see fit to protect myself as I see fit in any situation. Even if the damn government fall over dead. Pandemonium. The Purge. Hunger Games. Walking Dead. Hills Have Eyes. There's a point in there, but call me stupid like everybody else does.
Man, I
You're
wish
not
you'd get out of
stupid.
that victim
You're
mentality.
not stupid.
That's what I
Grand
wish.
verbalizer, but that's
It's
not what
not a
this is
victim
about.
mentality,
I
but
please
take it
don't
how
take
you
it
want
to
to.
your own business.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Are
Yeah,
you
that's
finished,
right. Thank you.
Tactical?
Whatever. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, thank you, Tactical. Go ahead, Comanche.
Um, so I think that people should have the right, even if it's ignorant, right? People should have a right to live their life the way they choose to. Um, that's just the way I believe. You know what I mean? I don't agree with 99.9% of the people who speak on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Do I have the right to shoot them in the face? No. People have the right to ignorance, right? He was a white guy. He believed the way he believed, and he has a right to that. You know what I mean? I do not believe that it's okay for anyone to be killed because they have a different way than you, a different understanding than you, a different, you know what I mean? Even if he's racist, even if he's a bigot, even it doesn't matter. I think that we are less than human, right? I believe personally that I would be less than human to believe that any person deserves death, regardless of his race, creed, whatever, just because he believes differently than me. I think that's the bigger conversation. Why? In that case, we should kill, everyone should be killed because I'm sure on a daily basis we listen to some shit that we don't fucking agree with. I mean, at that point, let's just start killing everyone. You know what I mean? And it's not that he's white. I don't care that he's white. I just feel like the freedom of speech is all right. No, I don't agree with him being murdered because of whatever he talks about. I don't agree with that.
All right, thank you, Comanche. Plant Style, go ahead. You're next. Plant Style, are you there?
She's on mute.
Yeah, she might be at work. And well, okay, I'll go ahead and let Charisma go, and then we'll come back to Plant Style.
Yeah. Again, and I hear everyone's opinion, and I said that, and like I said, someone who is a white nationalist,
Who is that saying
yeah,
the top? Oh
I don't know. Is that me? Is that's not me? Sound like that, is
no,
it?
Someone who's a white nationalist. Go ahead, Carissa.
Oh, someone who is
no,
a
that's
white
not true.
nationalist, I have no empathy or sympathy for. I just don't. Because your heart is rooted in evil, is rooted in hatred. So I don't think there's an amount of education or he would get enlightened that this young man
Hey,
at the age of
Isha.
31 would have been able to be like, "Oh, he could have changed his mind." He wasn't trying to change his mind. He was trying to
Okay.
change the mind of others. He was trying to change the minds of people such as us. to make us believe that we truly are violent, to make us believe that we are unworthy, to make us believe that we don't deserve to live. Actually, he was trying to change the lives of us and our mindset. And I saw it happening because when you
Mm,
hear, well, I kind of agree with that. When you start
mm,
agreeing with people who see you less than, then you will start to believe that you are less than them. And I just can't agree with that. So, no, I will not sit back and have empathy for people that think like that. I will not sit back and think that it's okay for someone to believe that one race deserves to have all creditability in life, deserves to have all access in life, what everybody else suffers. That will never be okay with me. So, good riddance, actually, good riddance. And I think that anybody that continues to have that perpetuation of that ideology, I hope they get rid of them too. It is honestly a
okay.
poison that we have in this country when you have people that think that way because they're not uplifting. They're not creating opportunities for other people. They are not trying to see the humanity in others, but somehow we are now responsible to see the humanity in them. I don't
Mm,
understand why we
mm,
do this to ourselves. I don't know why we have this Stockholm syndrome to feel like we have to find some type of uh, acceptance of who these people really are. I will never be okay with it. I will always sit back and I will always see who you are the first time I meet you. I will not think like, well, he could change. No, this is who he is, and this is what I accept him as. I'm done.
All right, thank you, Charisma. Plant Style, are you back?
Yeah, sorry, I was just parking
That's
my
okay.
car.
All right, go
So
ahead.
I just wanted to say something because I feel like, I get this, subject is very, controversial. Um, and when I said I don't feel like, I have the place to play judge, jury, and executioner, it's because, sorry, I'm sick. I just see like the trajectory of where we're going, and like I understand like, the racial aspect of it, the way he would say things and the rhetoric he was spewing. I can't even say it enough times. Like, I did not support that guy. I just see how the right and MAGA is using this and flipping it without even having a fucking suspect yet. They don't have a suspect. They don't know who did this. They don't know what the motives are. We don't even know if this was a hired hit person. A lot of people are filling in the voids because we don't have any information. But they don't give a fuck, bruh. They're turning him into a martyr, and they're using this to fuel the flames, fan the flames. And it's just like I I don't like the direction that we're going in. And I just see it on both sides. Like, and it's not to say like when I said what I said, I'm not sympathizing or empathizing in the sense of like, oh, they're a good person. You know, they didn't deserve any kind of backlash. I'm a fervent believer in like you can't walk around and like, antagonize people and not expect anybody to have any kind of reaction. There are other humans too, and they are entitled to feel how they feel about what you're saying and what you're doing. But I feel like what we're doing with these guns, like we have to do something about it. And not only that, like on the same fucking day, there was a mass shooting at a school, and I don't hardly hear anybody talking about that shit. They're just laser focused on Charlie. They're turning him into a martyr, and they don't give two fucks about what happens to fucking kids. These people who say they care so much about the kids, they don't even fucking care. They just care about having um, a mascot for their fucking message. And it's just like that's the shit that really can fucking concerns me, bro. I don't fucking. Ooh, I'm sad. Charlie Kirk fucking died. Like, no, it's not what I'm saying. But I'm also not like jumping for joy because I know what this fucking means in the fucking long run. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not about me sitting up here telling everybody else how to feel. You're entitled to how you feel. All I'm saying is that I am concerned about what this means for people and how they express their differences, how they disagree. Is like civil disagreements dead? Like, are we just resorting to this kind of action every time we think that somebody is a danger to society? Like, that's what I meant when I said I don't play judge, jury, and executioner. I I I believe in due process. However much it needs to be worked on and rectified, that's a whole other subject matter. I just don't think like civilly we should play the highest law of the land and we get to decide who lives or dies. Even when it comes to like the death penalty, that's not my thing. Like I don't I don't follow that path.
But America does. But go ahead.
Please, bruh.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
What,
agreeing with you.
bruh?
Grand
I
Help
don't play
Verbalizer.
yourself.
this games with
What the fuck's
interruptions,
wrong
bruh. I
with
don't
you?
play this shit.
Ain't no fucking interruption.
Yeah, it's not cool. Come
It
on,
is
Grand
an
Verbalizer,
interruption, bruh.
please.
If I raise my
What?
hand and patiently wait for other people to speak and you just burst out with your freaking emotions, that's
That
just a lack of
America
emotional
does?
maturity on
You
your
got
fucking part,
mad?
bruh. And
Fuck
if you
you
expect
then.
anybody to follow any kind of example that you say that we should follow, how is anybody supposed to listen to you if you can't even control yourself, bruh?
You done?
Fuck. I'm done. Yeah, I'm
Good.
fucking done. You happy? I'm
All
happy.
right,
You happy,
I'm
bruh?
sorry. I'm sorry,
Fuck.
Crystal. Grand Verbalizer, please, please.
I was
I
agreeing
know
with her. So
I know
I
I
don't
know
need
you
that.
were agreeing. I know you were agreeing, but it's just interruptions. You know, you hate it when people do it to you.
They still do it.
So let's
So
move
just move
on.
on.
So, tactical, go ahead.
Well, the more I hear out of this, the more I'm starting to see. Yeah, I don't know anything about this guy or the person that was probably allegedly hired to knock his wig back. But all I'm saying is that's not my business to worry about that. I got too many other life threatening problems to deal with that could literally off me up out of here if I don't do something about these problems that are affecting me right now. That guy that got shot has no validity on what I do every day. I did not know anything about that guy until just now. I didn't even know he fucking existed till just now. So why do I have to worry about that guy? I don't. Why am I worrying about some cock brain, no brain having ass nationalists that went and got themselves a sniper to take the guy out? He was probably one of them. So my energy is not going to anywhere near that mess. I got too many other home based problems I need to be dealing with. Not that problem because that ain't got nothing to do with me. Not
All
a
right.
fucking thing.
All right. Thank you, tactical. Go ahead, Krabs.
Yeah, I swear, this will be my last comment on the situation, man. I don't know, man. I hope things change. I understand how people feel, man. Just the things that happened in this country was so terrible, man. Some people just can't get past that. Psychologically, physically, financially, as Black people, we are truly, affected by it. It's just, I told y'all before, man. I used to harbor those feelings and try to physically take them out on people who were not melanated. And I just probably my wishful thinking, just because I think different now, I just say it when I get a chance. Not that I try to make people think what I think, man. It's just that, man, I'm looking at this world and it's fucked up that we really can't. We first of all, it's like some people don't give a fuck and they offend anybody, and then you got a group of people who we got to watch every word we say, or we might offend everybody. You can get canceled, you can lose your job, and then on top of that, a motherfucker might get so mad that they would literally shoot you in the face and throw their whole fucking life away. But hopefully we can move past it because we have an alien invasion coming in 2026 that we need to get ready for. And
Now that I agree
charisma.
with Crab though. I agree with you on that, Crab. That's the subject I agree with you on.
All right, Krabs, you finished?
Yes, I'm sorry, Unity. Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, thank you. Grand Verbalizer, go ahead.
A lot of us are reluctant to correction or reluctant to change. We're reluctant to listening to others. You know what I'm saying? And trying to understand where they're coming from, first and foremost. We sat up here, like I said, man, y'all unchecked history repeats itself. Okay, first and foremost. Secondly, y'all talking about an issue that we're not the problem. We're, you know, when you say I wish we can get along and well we can't agree with each other without getting shot in the face. A white boy shot that man. Okay, his own people. Okay, that's their nature. They not here to reason with you. Is the point? They don't even reason with one another. Okay, y'all don't see that. That's what I'm trying to show you. And like I said, you getting mad at me when you talk about we about gun control and we about this. No, it's not a we thing. That's what they're talking about. You just feel included because you think you're an American citizen, thanks to the education you received here in America. But in 1776, God damn it, we was in bondage. Okay, so the same rhetoric that was in 1776 applies today. But you think it's all we this and we that, and it ain't. God damn it, that's what you need to understand. The sooner you can understand that, the sooner you can counter what they say. The sooner you will, like I said, you won't be so forgiving. Okay, Crab. I asked you earlier, do you forgive Gator Bait? You forgive DMX for a bar, you know, a lyric. How about Gator Bait? Do you forgive that? You know, is my anyway. Well, it's nothing wrong with individuals like myself just trying to show you, you know, that you don't respect and care about people and love people who don't respect and love you back. That's insane. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, forgiving the people who put us in this predicament that we've been in for the past 500 years. Okay? We still breaking bread with them, still spending our money with them, still voting for them. Okay? Huh? I bet there was some niggas in that crowd. I wasn't there, but it wouldn't. I wouldn't doubt if it was a sprinkle or two in that crowd. But I ain't got nothing to say because man, yeah, y'all misunderstanding me. Y'all taking me the wrong way. When the sister said something about the death penalty, I agreed. But I said America agrees with the goddamn death penalty. I don't know why you got mad. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Y'all have a powerful day.
All right, thank you, Grand Verbalizer. Um, Go ahead, Charisma.
Yeah. Kind of just going back into, I can't remember what someone said when we were talking about one. There's this tactic that they're trying to use, and believe it or not, their whole point is to get us going. This civil war that I'm sure everybody's been hearing about, they are trying to find a way to get us out of our box, to get us upset so they can have a killing spree. Not that they've already been doing it. They've already, oh, here you go, baby. Sorry, it's my son.
No, it's okay.
But they've already been doing that, right? But this will give them more of the reason. And then, like someone said, there was a mass shooting that happened at a school the same day. And instead of us talking about that, we're talking about this one white nationalist man who hasn't done anything for this country but spew hate, and we're over here like we got to feel sorry for him, or some of us are not sorry for him. Anyways, he is the topic of discussion. um and the thing about it is that the white people who are upset about this are like trying to find a way to put black people in it. And it doesn't make sense. Like, why are we even involved in this conversation about this man when we're not the ones that killed the man? We're not the ones that did this. But that man talked so much shit about us that you would have thought he wanted to be black. We were in every motherfucking conversation he could think of. And so this is where we have to see the bigger picture in terms of what are they trying to do for us, right? They're trying to ignite us to be out here in these streets, to start fighting for who? Because if we're not fighting for ourselves, we're going to fight for them, right? Because I see black conservatives over here crying about it too. And hey, we'll do whatever we can to help you guys. And it's just like, you can't even see the Kool-Aid that they're giving you that's poison. You wonder why, what's his name? His name was Jim, the one that killed all the people in the village, the white dude that killed all the people in the village that gave them the Kool-Aid. This same thing is happening with these people. They're giving you this Kool-Aid that you think
Jim
is
Jones.
gonna save you. Yeah, Jim Jones. You think it's gonna save you, and it's not. It's poison. Like, we have to wake up ourselves. And I'm not saying that all white people are horrible. I'm not saying all white people should die. I'm not saying that at all. But a white nationalist, yes, I will never be on that side of history. I will never sit back and be like, yeah, some of the stuff he said was correct. Because if you see some type of agreement in him, you have to see all of it. You can't pick and choose which part of him you like. If you like the head, you have to like the foot. It doesn't, you can't separate the body, just like you can't separate the mind from the reality of who this person is. And they're evil people. So I'm saying all this because there is a bigger picture at hand. And the big picture right now is that they're trying to find a way to frame us. They got rid of the immigrants, right? But now they're over here mad about an immigrant who got killed on the bus by a black person. I'm confused. I thought they were an issue. Now we must save them all. You're worried about this immigrant white woman, but I thought you just didn't like them. Now we must save them. It's a mind fucking game. And if you're not looking at the reality, and you're looking at all like the little things that they're doing on social media and in all these platforms, you will literally be engulfed in it and you'll be tricked into it. So I hope we can be vigilant and see what the bigger picture is, and stop feeling like we have to join the masses to be accepted, because they will never accept us. You are a nigga, you're going to die as one. And that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you, Charisma. Next on the list is Tactical. Go ahead, Crap. I mean, Tactics.
Well, as far as what the word diversity is all about, this is the exact shit I'm talking about right now. We are in the middle of a whole diversity fucking epidemic. We are talking about the same word. We've been talking about the same word, and yet we are failing to see that this whole process is going full circle all the way back around to this starting line, never even having passed the finish line, but yet we're back at the starting line dealing with a word called diversity. We are different for a reason. I keep asking this question, and not one time have I ever gotten the answer. Why are we skipping over this word diversity? Why are we doing this? This is what it is. We are skipping over it. It's diversity, diversification. The reasoning of being different is the reason why this planet has been mixed differently for a reason. I mean, call me stupid, but last time I checked, this was always what it was about. Never about color, diversity, being different. It was never about color. It's more about being diversified than anything more than what color ever could have said about us. Diversity, diversification, diversify means be different, be yourself, be an individual. Don't fall into the rhetoric of total totalitarianism, like what Low Key from Avengers Endgame stated. Isn't this better? I'm being able to free you from your burden of feeling like you're free. Now, if you just give me all your energy, lay it on me, I will free you from this constant hassle of being free. Isn't this better? Isn't this so much more practical to just bow your heads to me and I take care of all your problems? Isn't this better? Isn't it? I'm done.
All right, thank you, Tactical. Go ahead, Krabs.
All right. I hope I can. I'm gonna try to transition just a little bit. When we look at this situation right now and we see how conflicted we are, and it's like I I like to have this conversation, and it doesn't have to be about the particular person in which started the conversation. It can just be about the idea of what happened and how do we think about it and how we move forward. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that situation, it echoes for a lot of different things and a lot of things stem from it. So I can also ask this in a transition. It's like if we can't honestly, if we can't forgive each other here in this great American race, this great you know what I'm saying, this world, this is a race. This whole world is a race, a competition. If we can't get along with each other here, what if we were, like Ronald Reagan said in the 80s, faced with the threat from an outside nation? What would we do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because that question is getting more and more real every day. What do we do? How do we go past it if we can't like talk to each other here on earth, if we think it's all about what we say as a man, what we say as a woman, a Democrat, a Republican, a black or white, if we think it's all about that, man, how do we move past it? You know what I mean? And it's just so crazy being in this country for all these years and going through all the things we went through, and it's like even within our own racial groups we can't get along.
Right.
You feel me? It's like, and nobody's really thinking about it. I ain't saying nobody's thinking about it. That's wrong. But it's like it
So,
is a lot of things that are done intentionally, but it's still a lot of things by itself that it's like, yo, we can get past this. It's up to us whether we choose to. Sometimes you got to take a loss. But I'll stop right there. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, Krabs. There's nobody else on the list. Does
That's
anybody
me.
have something they want to say?
I raised my hand,
Oh,
Unity.
you did, Comanche? I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead,
I agree.
Comanche.
I agree with you, Bucket. I just believe, and this is my own belief, right? I believe that the elite that actually run a world are going to run a world whether we're participating or not, right? They own the Federal Reserve, they own like all of the money in the world, they own all of the assets, the resources, right? And then we're down here at the bottom. They keep us against each other. This black white shit doesn't matter, this religion shit doesn't matter. All of these different things, tools that they use to keep us divided so that we can continue to fight each other and be, I mean, blinded by the hand that's really running the shit on the back end, like behind a curtain type thing, right? So I think that I would be doing myself a disservice to hyper focus on things that I know are only distractions to keep my spirit, my energy intertwined into negativity so I can make the best life for myself and my children. I just feel like there's a bigger picture that no one's really looking at. That's my own personal opinion. I don't believe that there's such thing as white supremacy. I believe that the whites that are in the world do not run the world. Of course, the people that run the world pit the blacks and the whites and the Asians and the blues all against each other for that very reason, so that we can continue to fight. I think that there are more good people than bad people on this planet. I think that the loudest ones are usually the ignorant ones, so that's who's going to get the attention. You know what I mean? The loudest will get the most oil type thing, right? I just think that you can choose to be negative, you could choose to be hateful, you can choose to be miserable, and all of these negative vibrating things, or you could choose to live above it. You don't have to be tied into the matrix where you're just wasting all of your good energy on things that don't really matter. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I just feel like people shouldn't be being killed for the freedom of speech, and people have the right. I mean, we're all fucking brainwashed. Like, we are all brainwashed, and we're hating each other for something that these elite families are doing and will do until the end of time. I think if we put that energy, our energy, towards finding out how to get out of the matrix, understanding that it's not really us against us, it's us against them. Until we do that, then I think it's a waste of time.
All right, thank you, Charisma. I believe it is Grand Verbalizer. Go ahead, Grand Verbalizer.
Embrace African culture if you wish to get out of the matrix, first and foremost. It's that simple. Anything else is uncivilized. If you're not African, then embrace your indigenous culture or whatever your people were practicing before the elite came along and changed the program. That's how you get out of the matrix. That's how you counter what they say. Okay? And it's that simple. But like I said, many of us, we are comfortable with what we believe. And a belief is the absence of knowing. Many of us believe white supremacy don't exist, but it's right in front of your face. Okay, never mind that. Some people are afraid and some people aren't. For the ones who are afraid, all we're asking you is to just move out the way, or you're going to receive the blows meant for them, okay, with your beliefs, because you refuse to educate yourself. If you educate yourself, you'll stop believing in shit, okay, because you'll know. And it's your birthright to know, okay? You're not supposed to be walking around here believing in anything but yourself and your people. You're not supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not right.
Right.
Just
Anyway,
That's
everyone's
hedonistic.
entitled to their own opinion, and
Yeah.
sometimes opinions trigger others. Like, I understand,
Well,
okay?
Wait a minute,
Well,
Neuro.
I'm not done. Right.
I got you, Neuro. I'll put you on the list. Go ahead, Grand Verbalizer. Sorry about that.
No, that's all I wanted to say. I'll let her chime in. It's cool.
All
Hold on,
right.
Unity. Let me fix
No,
my
wait,
Bluetooth a
wait one
minute.
second. Yeah, because you were next, Tactical. So do you need a minute? Do you want me to let Comanche go before you?
Yeah, let Comanche go so I can get this fixed.
All right. And Neuro, do you want to be added to the list? Do you have something to say?
yeah, like I'll go after everybody
Okay.
else because I got here
All right.
later.
I'll put you on the list. All right. Go ahead, Comanche.
I feel that that was for me, Grand Verbalizer, that whole if you don't know who you are. Um, my people are
It
not from
wasn't,
Africa.
sis,
My
but go
people, well,
ahead.
let me continue.
Let you
My people are
finish.
yes, because I am speaking. Thank you.
Oh
Go ahead.
my goodness. Come
The
on, y'all.
melanated people inhabited the entire globe forever. So I'm not gonna say I'm from Africa. I'm sure I'm from Africa, I'm from Europe, I'm from China. Every place on this planet was inhabited by melanated people for eons. Okay. So my brain is way bigger than that. Okay. That's one. Okay. Two,
Okay.
the freedom of understanding, the freedom of speech, the freedom of spirit, all of those things are innate gifts
Your
from
birthright.
God,
Exactly.
right? Innate gifts from God. Please don't speak while I'm speaking.
Why? You spoke when I spoke.
Please don't
God
Come
speak
damn
when
it.
I'm
on.
speaking.
Come on. Come on, Grand Verbalizer,
What
please.
do you mean? It ain't me. It's not me.
No. I'm just saying you hate when people interrupt you.
She just
You
did it
hate
to
it.
me. God damn it. And you didn't
Well,
say
this
nothing to
isn't
her.
I didn't
So
even hear her
I'm
interrupt
out
you.
of here. It's
I
okay.
didn't at all, Unity. He
I
was
You
able
didn't
to
did
hear
interrupt
her.
me,
communicate.
and I said I'll let you go. Okay. Or it
Okay.
wasn't you. My bad. It was the
It's
other
Absolutely.
person. My bad,
well,
sis.
Neuro
My
is
bad.
new here and doesn't even know how it works. So I apologize on
Yeah.
I
Neuro's
said I
behalf,
apologize,
and
Comanche.
nobody's coming for you. You know how it is. It's all love, Grand Verbalizer. It's all love. Um,
Can y'all hear
go
me?
ahead,
I
Command.
said I apologize. It was my
Okay,
bad.
Well,
that's
thank
fine.
thank you for
That's
that. I
fine. Yeah.
appreciate that.
I
Go ahead,
but
Comanche.
what I really think is this, right? We're year 2025. Anything that you want, need, desire, you can achieve it. Now, if we were back in the 60s, 50s, 40s, and we were talking about this black thing, I would get it, right? Today, 2025, you can invest in stock. There's so many, you can start a business. You could do whatever you want to do. I think more than anything, what irritates me the most on this app is hearing black people who have so much talent, so much intent, so many different levels of intelligence still look back into the past, which is only inhibits them from moving forward, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You have so many things that you could do on this planet today, but it's like there's so many victimized, just people are in victimhood, and I think that it's important to move forward. You know what I mean? You can make any you can become whatever you want to become today. And I think that's the last thing I want to say. Like literally anything that you could desire, you can make it happen. And there's nothing holding you back. So yeah.
All right, thank you, Comanche. Tactical, are you ready? You get your mic fixed.
Yep, sure did. I had a
All
slight
right,
confusion over here. But yeah,
that's okay.
I totally agree with Comanche. I've always talked about you gotta start with yourself as an individual. You must learn how to fix yourself as an individual. You cannot ever hope to do anything more outside of yourself until you look at yourself as an individual. Why we're not doing that is beyond me, but it's not that complicated of a problem. But then again, when you look at life and you go by the saying, when you're given lemons, you make lemonade, but that doesn't always apply to everything. Sometimes we can make life into what we make it. That's true. But then again, but that doesn't give anybody the right to do that just so they can expute their negativity on other people because they felt like doing that. Now, see, we cannot control the actions of other people. We can only control the actions of us as individuals. Now, what that person does is what that person does. It's our responsibility to know when that bullcrap is coming and learn how to maneuver the chessboard so we can work ourselves around it. Now, if they keep following us, oh yeah, now we got the right to knock their fucking wig back. We definitely got the right to knock their wig back. They keep following us after we done gave them a forewarning. Don't keep following me. I don't want to have to hurt you, but if you follow me, you're going to incur these damages on you, and I will not be responsible for whatever happens to you. I mean, I don't see enough of that being practiced. Oh, it's being practiced, but against each other, not against the people that's throwing this mess on us. I mean, I'm practicing it to the best of my ability. I mean, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's only hard as you make it. Only as hard as you make it.
All
And I'm
right,
not
thank you,
saying
Tact.
life is
Oh, I
easy.
thought you were finished. I'm sorry. Go
Now,
ahead.
after this, I'm not saying that life is easy. If it was, we wouldn't be here going through this planet. the way we are, if it was that easy, we wouldn't even have to come to this planet. We would have went to the last level already if life was easy. We gotta do
All right.
ourselves as individuals, unity, before if we're gonna get anywhere.
All right. Thank you, Tactical. Let's see who's next. Neuro.
Neuro. Yeah, I joined in a little bit later, so like part of me is
Sorry.
like some of my thoughts sound like a little discarded. Like
That's okay.
there's a
Welcome to
couple
the
things I'm
Knowledge Box. It's the first time I've met you. I'm gonna go ahead and follow you. Go ahead with your.
bet. Yeah, no, and speaking of knowledge, like this is what I want to speak on, right? Like um I do have a more realistic approach. Even when like mixing my so-called like quote unquote like spirituality. So with that being said, like I'm going to acknowledge that yes, I'm having a human experience. And true knowledge is never derived from like an egotistical demeanor. Like it starts with humility. That's the only way you're gonna gain knowledge at all. And I don't know what screams humility like saying you are omniscient, you are all knowing, and that you yourself hold every single answer that you're ever going to need to know. I don't think it's very humble to focus solely about yourself and people alike. I think that we should also acknowledge that the human experience didn't like it wasn't always here from the very beginning. Like this isn't an eternal thing, and that's if once again you're applying a realistic approach as well to your spiritual journey, which I feel like everyone should, because you're experiencing it now. And there was another thing that the someone else had said. I want to reply to. See, that's why I couldn't even can't remember right now. But
That's okay.
yeah,
Is that all
mm,
you had to say?
I think so. Yeah, for now.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh
Uh,
wait. Sorry.
oh,
Like
go ahead.
one last thing. One last thing. And the reason why, like, I'm really adamant about this as well. Like, truth is not going to be dependent on your perspective or the people alikes, right? Like, truth is it stands independent of their own. It's not derived from what society thinks truth is, and that includes your family members as well. So this is why that's what I'm saying before. Like, if you're talking about knowledge and gaining true knowledge, um, no, the first step is recognizing that you're not omniscient, that you're not all knowing. And the first step is also acknowledging that truth is something that's transcendental. Like it's going to transcend our human perspective. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you. Next up is Crabs. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Crabs.
that was Will said. Will said, "Nice to meet you." Will, I think I must have already met you before because it looked like I was already following you. Anyway, but GV man, I gotta double back now. I was gonna leave it alone, GV. I was gonna let it go, but you
Oh
just
no.
made. He just gave me the perfect example of the conversation that we were having earlier about the gentleman who was assassinated or murdered yesterday.
Charlie Kirk.
Grand Ver- yeah, Charlie Kirk. Okay. Grand Verbalizer. The way you just said the sentiments of that conversation was part of what you did because you just said, "Hey man, she did it to me, so